And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire. We should be at about the end of round 160 here. This is the beginning of stream. This will be a slightly shorter stream than some of the previous ones. We're only going to do a 4-parter today. As it is, we're currently in the first place as far as victory score goes, with 46% of the score. At this point, we either need to get our score to go up or get the seconds to go down. And in practice, if you sort of look at the math here, it has to be we drive them down. Now, granted, it would be best if we drive them down by driving us up. We're also in a position where, in theory, we could try to swing them back towards a victory pact, get a double victory that way. But that's going to require them having a faction in power that is willing to negotiate with us after the previous war. And unlike last time, I think we're going to try to contain my hubris a little bit, and we're going to make sure we get enough brigades up that we're actually got enough to both cover the positions down here, and we have started swapping over to having RPG units, which is where all our manpower has gone. All our manpower has been swapped into providing rocket troops, rocket launchers, which are RPGs, guided RPGs, for anti-aircraft resistance. That was the other thing we're having difficulty with. Is we had out-of-date guns. We were two levels of gun behind their line infantry, and they had tanks. So the combination was being a little bit rude to our troops. Petrol's expensive, but it's affordable. We'll buy a little bit of petrol because we're having a little bit of a petrol problem.
Yes, sir.
And I think we'll refund that by selling off some high-tech parts. Construction-wise, we're mainly just working on solving our gas core problem. We might see how the ammo is looking. We might do an ammo upgrade as well on the next turn. At this point, let's go ahead and cycle the turn and see how things continue. So this is a game that, if we do things right, will very rapidly, I think, progress to a victory. And it just sort of comes down to making sure we do it right. Taking calm and collect and doing it right. We did 2 streams ago have a victory pact end, but that was us as the minor partner. So we know we can. Well, we know we have ended the game once already. We'd like to win it where we're the major partner at least. We have 3 decisions awaiting us. One of which is how to do what we're doing with the roaming fees. A lot of manufacturing. That's nice.
Yes, sir.
We have full support to deal with thieves. We're appointing a governor to the new colony. Camp 3 is not bad. They'll grow into the position.
Order acknowledged.
And the reason we're making these colonies is we've been having a little bit of problem with administrative strain. So by taking these over, that should significantly reduce administrative strain here. At least in our major cities. We're kind of given up on, well, I say given up. I'm not really caring so much about the cities that don't do any real industry, that are just logistic ones, because the logistics hubs are not affected by overextend from administrative strain. It's just the resource producing ones. Although there's maybe a little bit of improvements we can do, like we probably want to make this its own colony, maybe assigning it something like ice mining or something as well, in addition to the metal mining. So as far as replenishment go, we have a request for more rockets. What was that? That was 500 more rockets. Okay. And then this colony, the new colony, is going to need civilians to go with its construction workers.
Order acknowledged.
And again, we should see the administrative strain slowly calm down on these places. And then it looks like the only thing we're having a problem with besides administrative strain at this point, well, as we sort of solved administrative strain, the only thing we're having a problem with is petrol, which is very believable. We specifically went with a planet that would be metal heavy. So we've got metal and we don't really have petrol at the second, which that's just how it works on these sort of planets. 16th? Yeah, okay. Maybe not the best idea to have the 17th right next to the 16th, but we do. We did, when we fought the last war, have positions where we sort of encircled some guys to start with. Because their guys are encircled, they weren't getting supply, and they've actually, the guys that we left in their encirclement pockets have starved in the meantime. I suppose we could try to do something to this regime. And okay, let's do that then. So we're apparently not selected any major regimes here. This is because this regime doesn't have any cities. But we can still execute the war on them, which we'll do. And we'll just quickly take the remaining territory of theirs. And we've got industry, so I'm going to happily just expand our roads to make sure that we've got good supply road-wise when we go to war. Or if and when we go to war. Apparently that one hasn't actually starved yet. They probably will, so we don't need to worry too much about them. Though maybe that's the thing to do, is to specifically wait until the inevitable food runs out for that unit. Anyway, this is one of the things we've got to do, is we've got to clean up. Actually, we want this guy to that way to join up with these guys. These guys are going to be outside of this pocket. I say pocket. We got a little bridge here. We almost the last one we forgot to protect that bridge, and it wasn't an issue per se because we managed to piece them out before it became an issue. But that's definitely prone to becoming one if we don't fix that for the next war. Don't fix that for the next war, it will be an issue. Or we're missing a unit there. There's the unit. Okay, and we're probably going to need more units here. This is one of the reasons I'm moving the units right now, so we can see where we need them in the future. Let's just assume we are going to push through that hole with 23rd. Looks fine. And yeah, this position over here looks fine, other than the fact that this is too sparse. Okay, that looks good. Construction reports. I think the only thing we had building was the deep core gas extractor, which does appear to still be going strong. I'm tempted enough. What we're going to do is we're going to start building a second one. Mining? No, industry. Deep core extractor. both to serve as some redundancy, so if something goes wrong, we have a second one, and both increase the capacity because we can basically build it twice as fast, right? For two going. And yeah, initially what we're dealing with issue-wise is we do have a petrol problem that we do need to solve. We're going to be using the mechanized forces in the next war. The other potential problem... Why are you so pissed off? What happened to you that you dropped 40 opinion specifically? Wait, a bunch of people lost a bunch of opinion. What? Oh, because of the war. We had a high opinion with them, and no one appreciated the war declaration. Okay. Factory. Got the factory there. Got the factory there. Got the factory there. No factory there. Dump factory there. Clinic. Got a clinic. Got a clinic. Got a clinic. You have a clinic. You have a clinic. You have a clinic. So it's actually. Wait. Even the new place has an automated clinic. Okay. Trying to head out a clinic, and I can't. Apparently, everyone's got one. Okay. Zero project tool. Let's see if project anyone. Doesn't look like we got any good ways to raise opinion, so we're gonna have to eat the opinion penalty for a bit as places calm down. As far as demands, one, population happiness up, and we just screwed it up and sent it down. Soldier morale up. We'll see if we keep soldier morale on. And yeah, a lot of our people did not appreciate the sudden swing to fist. That's what I'm guessing. Why is 18 due to the declaration of war? Okay. Did not expect that to be so severe.
Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that.
Okay. We're just going to go through and we're going to do what we can to raise opinions while we're at it. By passing out bonuses and stuff.
Copy that.
That actually do absolutely nothing. That happens every once in a while for reasons I'm not entirely sure of.
Copy that.
Critical success, effect doubled, but no opinion change for whatever reason.
Copy that.
Okay, Medal of Merit at least does something. Though you can only give out the Medal of Merit once.
Copy that.
Yeah, that's my Medal of Merits out. That's my regular gifts out. Could toss out a couple commercial gifts.
Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that.
Okay. That's all I can do. Well, actually, we got, what? Gift of action. So it's going to give gift of actions out. But yeah, that's our political harassment. Okay. And the treasury is otherwise mostly stable. We've got a little bit of deficit. going to be desperate to fix, so I can generate by selling stuff off. Okay, let's cycle the turn. Let's see how things are going. Oh, before I do, we got the political power. Actually, because I've pissed everyone off, I'm not going to do the slave trader. We're going to wait until the opinions recover. Round 162, we have 10 decisions. I don't know, I made back. That's nice. We're not going to run the political power right now for the Air Force.
Okie dokie.
Might as well develop that medium tank. We'll do it with the blueprint though. So, blueprint method. New blueprint. Well, that's medium aircraft. Oh, medium tank. Sorry. Stick the biggest gun on it. We'll stick the biggest engine on it. How much armor? Okay, we're gonna have to take some action point penalty. Apparently, the planet's heavy enough here that the armor weight's noticeable. We'll go to 50mm steel plating. This again is not the way I tend to use my tanks. Is I tend to use them for beating up infantry, not for fighting tanks. If we were to go for fighting tanks, we'd swap over to the AP gun, and we want to stack the armor. But because we're sort of punching down to them, the howitzer and the steel plate 50 will work.
Copy that. Yes, sir.
Food theft. This is a situation we're just going to have to send the troops in. Workers are harassed, and then the troops. Solve it with the money. Solve it with the money. Solve it with the money. Sell high-tech parts.
Yes, sir.
And the machines.
Yes, sir.
That gives us the money to deal with this with money. Okay. So I think we're going to do a little bit of shimmying up northward here, but I think we've got enough troops to cover that front. I may technically actually use the HQs. Like the 17th HQ to grab that pocket, the 19th to grab these, but it should be quick enough to grab the pockets with the HQs, because there's no one in them at this point. A little worrying that we are in yellow supply here with the road coming straight through. Wouldn't have expected the physics to run out that hard. Supply base 3. Can we upgrade you to supply base? Or supply base 2? Can we upgrade to supply base 3? Not while you're delegated, at least. And yeah, we're just about hitting maximum there, and that's why that's happening. Okay. Okay, so we're definitely gonna want to. Well, actually, that's probably. Yeah, that's just small enough. We can just take that with the HQ. As long as no one's in this salient when the war starts, it'll be fine. And some sort of thing in here. As long as no one's in that salient, it's fine that we don't have it quite properly covered. We are going to definitely need more troops. We still need like another brigade at least over here. Probably cover the line. We need stuff over here. Okay, we're having issue deploying some of the RPG squads. Go track down where and why. Factory, you got a factory, you got a factory. You have one. You can get one as well. And then we're still trying to improve. I pissed everyone off, so we gotta wait for it all to recover. Most of it seems to be recovering pretty quickly, as you can see. But yeah, definitely need to not piss people off for a little bit, and I need to move on improving leader opinions, or we get any rebellious leaders. So I'm a little bit in the hot seat. That war declaration. Oh. It allowed us to straighten up the front line a little bit, get us a little bit more of the planet, but other than that, it wasn't particularly great. Personnel. Commander of the 12th. You're the least happy.
Copy that.
Hit you with the Medal of Merit. Direct the Secret Service Council.
Copy that.
Is a man, so we'll have taken advantage of those male tendencies apparently. 22nd, or 20, yeah, 22nd. Do we have? Could do gift of faction. I got an official gift.
Copy
Let's
that.
try that first. 18 more points. Okay. Select the leaders online, so we can't give gift to a faction to make him happy. Unaligned. There we go. There's an aligned one. Let's try giving gift to your faction.
Understood.
So I believe everyone in the faction just got plus 10 opinion. Or maybe not. Maybe just buff the faction. So that's usually something I don't pay too much attention to, because I try not to piss the factions off, just as a standard, so I don't pay much attention to the faction's opinion. So in theory, we just raise the opinion of the armed front here. And we got, well, we are a democracy, so apparently we have lots of factions with very competing we haven't necessarily done the best at keeping our profiles stable, so we've got a lot of factions that are not necessarily going reliably at the moment. Okay, so it wasn't the worst idea. The Homefront was one of the lesser happiness factions. And the factions, from a factional standpoint, are pretty happy. Okay, we'll do some more movement here next turn. Construction-wise, I think we really just need to sort of solve more... Oh no, gas quirk finished, so we should have more petrol coming in next turn, but just in case, let's continue to expand deep gas core extractor. I think the water going down might actually be more of a symptom of people being unhappy and reducing the productivity from that. So I'm not going to worry too much about the water right now. Okay, so this is one of the areas where we're having issues with getting stuff out to it. I think I'll just stay calm about the fact that we're not getting the rocket launches out everywhere. Oh, hello Twitch chat. How am I going? Going reasonably well. Yeah, we're trying to brew up for a war. That hopefully goes better than the last time we went to war. So if you missed that, then you missed my hubris getting the advantage of me. I declared war, and it went very bad right from ready, set, go. Well, I say bad. Basically, I was like, yeah, no, we're losing so many troops, so peaced out, turn to the war. Let's cycle the turn. Hopefully the opinions continue to improve. Also, let's, do I need some other earth metals for some more money as well?
Sir.
Neutral straight flats, or neutral straight round 163, 10 decisions. We got a bunch of decisions again. Again, probably because we've pissed so many people off. Okay, so our Secret Service advisor has quit. Because he was not happy with us. Okay. Honestly, we don't want Fist. We'll take the unrest with the city.
Roger that.
Rapidly lower Fist. You're asking for subsidy. We are going commerce. We'll grant that. With polymer armor done, we can now pull heavy combat armor. We haven't pulled it yet, because we only just finished the prerequisite tech, but it's now pullable. I forget, are you actually military tech? Let's check. Your military tech will do it. Ammo compactation, yes.
Sir, yes, sir.
We're gonna go autocracy. It's easier to suppress autocracy with democracy. So if it's a choice between merit and autocracy, we're gonna go autocracy. Not sure if we've got the money to run the money choice here on all of these. That one's cheap enough. We'll definitely do that one. Same there. You want to buy our IP? We're IP rich and money poor right now, so sure.
Copy that.
Okay, so we have the money for this one,
Yeah.
so we'll take it. And we'll do
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
little loan money. How's the deep gas core extractor going? It should be up and running. I'm surprised the petrol didn't go up more. Administrative strain still sitting around a -20. Might also be that the governor doesn't like us very much. Okay, we got lucky, no delay on the deep core. Got a commercial project, let's put it in the new zone.
Order
Gotta keep quality of
acknowledged.
life up in the new zone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we got a decent amount of metal, and metal's reasonably priced, so let's get some money
Yes,
there
sir.
as well. And we've depleted the trader's supply of money, because we want to give it to apparently our leaders, try to improve the opinions of our leaders. We're having supply issues out here. What is your issue? Fuel. We moved you, so you need a lot of fuel. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Getting interrupted a little bit by family. Oh, you're from down there. Okay. Construction looks fine. Again, probably what we're going to spend the political power on is improving personnel opinion. Lowest to highest, so you're next.
Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that.
Okay, secretary. I think we're at the point where we don't get anything to hand out. Improve relations, do we? Okay. Looks like this is where we're going to cycle the turn. Again, as the opinions improve, supply should improve a little bit. We've got a little bit of troop shuffle we can do here. Yeah, probably like that. I'm gonna worry a little bit less right up on the tundra. Then, colonize-wise, dump population here.
Order acknowledged.
And I think that's what we're gonna do movement-wise. Now we can get a little bit here. We got a little bit of gap in here that's a little concerning, but I think we're good for the moment. We will go ahead and do actually have any unassigned personnel. We have one. So we probably actually need more personnel, but go ahead and raise infantry unit. RPGs. What are we short on that's complaining about? People. Oh, you can use SHQ troops for this. We have SHQ troops. Oh, I think I have to raise on the SHQ to make that work the way I wanted to. Yeah, okay. Raise the brigade. Screwed up and didn't do it the way I wanted to, but yeah, screwed up and didn't do it the way I wanted it to. It'll be fine. It took infantry from... It raised some new infantry, which will be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and end the turn. Based on the time and the fact that I've been mildly interrupted by the family to go do something, I'll be right back after a short break. We're gonna pull out we're gonna let the intern here cycle. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. We're gonna record another 3 parts today. And if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I should be fairly quickly doing the thing I've been asked by the family to do, so I'll be right back. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.